week, week after week.
Week after week. So, first thing that we have for you guys is the Brain Bee.
Yeah, an interview with Sarah Kahn, Jennifer Nguyen, and Robin White. And they were in it, and Sarah Kahn, I think, took first place, so congratulations to her, and the team did pretty well overall, so let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Brendan White here with Robin White, Sarah Kahn, and Jenny Nguyen, and today we're going to talk about the Brain Bee. Hey, thank you guys for coming up today. Okay. So, what exactly is the Brain Bee? Anyone?
The Brain Bee is a competition down at the University of Penn where they ask you different types of questions about the brain and the nervous system, and everybody takes turns answering, and it's like an elimination thing.
Okay.
We participated in the local regional Brain Bee, and then it's actually the whole program sponsored by the British Society of Neuroscience.
Wow, that sounds like big. Okay, so, yeah. So, when was it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Like last Saturday?
February 7th?
This past Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Penn, yeah.
Okay. How long was it? Because that sounds like it was kind of hard, like the brain.
It was about 2 hours long.
That's not too
We had
bad.
like different hours of, you know, and we had breaks in the middle. Yep. Different rounds of questioning.
Cool. So, so they ask you like brain questions about like the brain and the nervous system
Well-
and neurology.
Yeah, they gave us a book. We print it offline, and then we read it, and then we review it, and then we test it.
Yeah. It's just everything, how our life functions because of our brain.
So basically
Stress,
it's like,
movement, what else? Diseases.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
so
Sleep.
it's basically like how the brain ties into life.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. So, why is it like so important? Like I know it's not very big. Like it's not very known.
You learn a lot,
So,
and
Yeah.
especially for those of us who are going into like an anatomy field or science field, it's important to know that type of stuff. And why not compete with it? Have some fun.
That's true.
We did learn a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our instructor, Miss Baumgartner, you know, she sat down with us and we had these long sessions about anything about life that correlates with the brain.
Okay, so you got involved with Miss Baumgartner?
Through Miss Baumgartner, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so how many participants were there? Like how many different schools?
There were like
Probably
six
six or seven
schools.
different schools.
Those
And-
schools, okay.
And then I think 30 to 40 kids.
It's 26.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
Oh, you counted. That's
Okay.
right.
So that you and Jenny made it to the semifinals.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
made
right?
it to the fourth and final round. It's like a Jeopardy round where you write the answer on the card, and like sudden death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So was it like nerve-wracking to make it that far?
God.
It wasn't that bad. Like the question askers were really nice. Like if you didn't have it completely right, they might give you a little hint. They weren't like,
They
no,
gave a
you're
lot
wrong,
of
sit down.
hints
Like
to a
they
lot
were
of
really
people.
friendly.
Yeah, the brain isn't the easiest topic, so
Yeah,
they're
and
a
then
little
there was the-
lenient on your answers.
I guess their whole goal was like for us
It's
to
a learning
learn.
experience.
Yeah. So that's what the whole point was.
Okay. Now I heard that you won. What's that like?
Well, I couldn't believe it actually when I found out because it was in the Jeopardy round. So only 2 people got that first question right, and I was one of those people, and this other guy. So we just went question for question, and it was a little intense, you know. But I mean, at the end, I just couldn't believe that it worked out. No idea at all.
So you were like the sole winner, like you're the only one who won that competition?
Well, they placed, so it was first, second, and third. The boy who was in the last round with me, who got that first question right, he was second. And then they played the rest of the contestants for third place. But only the first place winner goes to the University of Maryland,
For
to
for
the national
one?
in Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So anything else you guys want to add about it? Like,
This is a good learning
Yeah,
experience.
it's a lot of fun, and it wasn't overly competitive. Everybody there was really friendly.
Yeah.
so it was like really like, so basically it was like a nice atmosphere, it was a nice
Yeah,
environment.
I
to
mean,
do
the
so.
brain,
Definitely.
that's an intimidating subject, but it's a lot of fun, and you really did learn a lot. And it's not so bad once you break it down.
I mean, when we were studying for this, we thought it would be intense,
Very.
completely. But I mean, when we ended up going, like, how was your?
It was good. We can like answer like practically every question because
Yeah.
Ms. B prepared us very well because she coached us through.
Yeah.
So we were good.
So like, do you feel that the Brain Bee's gonna help you in like with high school and like your further studies if you're gonna go into like the biological science field or?
Yeah, well, we're doing
Definitely.
the brain right now in
In
anatomy
anatomy.
class, so
So-
the 4 of us are way more prepared than everybody else right now.
Oh, there's another contestant, Pam English. I don't think she's here right now, but she also made it to the semifinals as well.
Everybody from our school made some. At least
Yeah,
some.
none
she
of us
was-
got out in round 1.
Yeah, it was actually the first team that even made it like completely past
That
the
far.
first or
Yeah.
first round.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so thank you guys for coming up.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Having us,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm Brendan White, and now back to the Eagle's Eye.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is a public service announcement to tell everyone what's going to be happening beginning this Friday here at Norristown Area High School and will continue to happen until February 23rd. A team of people will be here to check out our school to make sure that everything is A-OK so we can keep our Middle States accreditation. We go through this about every 5 years, just like any college would. See, they need to make sure that we are getting the best education possible here at the High by making sure that we are meeting their 12 set standards. We've already begun this process when we took those surveys before winter break, and we aren't the only people who go through this. Kids all over in colleges and high schools alike, all across the U.S. experience this as well. Our teachers as well as parents are being surveyed just like we are, and if they haven't been surveyed yet, they should go to www.nasd.k12.pa.us. Click on the extras link. They click here to take the Parent Growth Survey. The way Norristown studies the jobs we are doing is called Accreditation for Growth, or AFG for short. The word growth refers to helping us improve academically. They measure us with our snapshots and our PSA scores. Their goal is for us to improve on math and reading every year. So basically, this means to us, the students, that we can feel ready for whatever college has to throw at us. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Okay, guys, so student council is having a rose sale and lunch to like raise money, I guess. But for Valentine's Day, they're $1 each, which is really cool because you can get a dozen roses for $12. Like, seriously. So there's an interview with them, and they just tell us a little bit about it. So let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Gallagher, here to talk with Mr. Fazzini, Shauna Burns, and Akbar Hussein about the Student Council Rose Sale. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Fabulous, Jimmy.
How's it going, Jim?
So, guys, I'm going to start with the basic question. What exactly is the Rose Sale, and what was it for?
Should I field this one?
Go ahead.
The Rose Sale is where the Student Council sells roses. And it's for generally like a Valentine's Day present for that special someone. Maybe someone likes roses and just wishes to have some more of them in his or her life. So we get some roses and then we sell them for the general good of the community.
So the Rose Sale is typically just a sale of roses for someone's significant other.
Or for oneself.
Or for oneself. Okay.
Usually, because when we're selling the roses, we have people coming up and sending roses to themselves.
Yeah, that's
So-
happened a couple times.
Really?
And they're usually...
Can you cite specific cases?
Well, yesterday when Shauna and I were selling, our friend came in and they bought a rose for one person and they sent themselves 3. So
Yeah.
you get things like, and they write messages to themselves.
Do you think that might be egotistical?
In a way, yes.
I disagree. I love flowers, and I often buy myself flowers as a treat for things well done. I mean, chocolate, it adds the pounds. Pumpkin pie, same thing. It used to be that I would buy myself cheesecake after cheesecake after cheesecake, and it just got to the point where I had to take so many aerobics classes to counteract cheesecakes. But now it's roses, and everyone wins, really.
So the rose also creates a spectacular aroma within your household.
And
which is-
classroom.
and classroom.
That's
Okay.
a new insight of Mr. Fazzini. Yeah. Wow.
So exactly how many roses were sold?
We were planning in order to sell 300 or over 300 roses have been sold. So
Okay.
That's
How
good.
many did you guys actually buy or purchase?
we purchased over 300 and I think we sold out of all of them.
Wow.
Usually the roses, when the first lunch, it goes out real quick, so we have to set an amount of roses that we have to sell per lunch. So once we order the roses, every year we order more roses because we sell out each and every year. So that's a good profit for us.
How much did you sell the roses for? Did you make any special deals or?
Well, at the beginning, we buy the roses at a good profit. So we set the roses for $1 each. And then this year we're trying something new where you can send a message to your significant other for an extra $1. So $2 for a rose and a message. And we upped the notch a little bit this year and we added sonnets. You pay $5 with a rose and a student or Mr. Fazzini's written sonnet.
So the sonnet idea was no doubtably
it was something new.
proposed by Mr. Fazzini.
Well, that's not true. The students got this idea that they wanted to take the idea of the aesthetic of the beautiful and take it not just to the point of flowers, but also poetry. So what better way to tell someone that you love them or you appreciate them, the combination of a flower and some tasteful iambic verse.
Sounds good. Sounds like it'd be very effective for possibly getting a date.
It is.
Everyone wins.
Which one of the student council people or representatives created the idea for the rose sale?
I mean, the rose sale was always just there, if you think about it.
So
it's more of a Valentine's thing, and whenever you think of Valentine's, it's the rose sale. And whenever you think of homecoming, it's the homecoming dance. So it's something that's always been there, so there wasn't a specific creator of the rose sale, but we've always implemented it.
So it was more of tradition.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this year, to give credit where credit is due, the chairpersons of the event are Taylor Werkheiser, Alex Silks, and Abby Swan were the chairpersons of the event.
Okay. So where are the funds for the rose sale going towards? Just student council funds for dancing?
Yeah, there are specific events that we throw out that where the funds come straight to student council, and that's the money we use to throw out other events which go to charities. So the rose sale, Mr. Norristown, and the dances are usually events that we throw out, the big events where the profit and the revenue comes to us.
And the picnic, at the end of the year, SLC picnic is a very large event. And that's one of the things our profits go to paying for that picnic, making sure it's a spectacular event, both from an entertainment standpoint and also for pure gustatory value. I mean, people want good hoagies and good pizza.
Exactly.
What about the asthma walk picnic? Any of the funds go towards that?
That's a part of the regular picnic. The asthma walk becomes part of the picnic, and it carries on to our picnic, which we support as well. So the funds that we make out of the rose sale and big events go towards those things.
Okay. So when were the roses sold? Over the past couple weeks or only?
The roses were sold 2 weeks previous to today when they were actually being delivered. And the messages and the sonnets were being sold then as well because we had pre-delivery this year. This was the first year we were trying it. So once the students picked their messages and what they wanted to send out, this morning we went out and had those roses delivered, hand-delivered to their significant other, so it was a surprise.
Do you guys, would you consider that the rose sale was an overall success this year?
Honestly, the rose sale is one of our biggest successes. Every time we order as many roses as we order, we're always sold out. So we would always consider the rose sale to be a huge success.
People love beautiful flowers.
Can't deny that. Is there anything else you guys would like to add to the rose sale? Anything, any last parting thoughts?
It's just, as you said, a great way to improve. Well, everyone likes the nice smell of a beautiful rose. It's a great way to improve the aroma, like around just the wafting smell of flowers everywhere. And it also is beautiful to look at. I mean, everybody's carrying around a nice rose, and it gives an element of aesthetic beauty everywhere. Every people walking around with flowers. It's kind of nice.
You can see the love in the air as soon as everybody goes around giving out flowers.
A couple days before Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
And people give each other flowers. I mean, it's only $1, and for $1 you can have a nice gesture. You can give someone, you give it a friend, someone you haven't spoken to for a while. It's a way of like making up with someone. You know, you get into an argument with a friend, like, hey, here, have a rose. It's an act of friendship.
Flowers always solve everything.
Flowers, exactly.
Flowers and chocolate, always good.
Well, I would definitely have to say that the rose sale is definitely one of the best ideas Student Council does every year.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank you guys.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Now back to Sam Mariah with the rest of the Eagle's Eye.
All right, so next we were lucky enough at the school to have one of Mr. Doyle's one-man plays. This time it was Citizen Paine about Thomas Paine, and Adam Altman, the actor, he came and he did 2 shows at the school, and I got to see one. Did you see one?
I wanted to, but I didn't.
It was really good, and yeah, so we got an interview with Adam, who, like I said, was the actor, so let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Jim Weir here for Eagle's Eye. I'm here with Adam Altman. Hi, Adam. How's it going today?
Good, Jim.
He is here to talk to me about the play he just recently put on for the students of Norristown High called Citizen Paine. So let's get into it. What exactly is the play about?
Well, it's about Thomas Paine. He's one of our forgotten founding fathers, someone from the the times of the American Revolution who really got people into the revolution, but who has sort of been marginalized and forgotten about. So we're like putting his ideas back out there.
All right, now, were you the only actor in the play? I mean, was it more than one, or was it like a one-man show?
It actually is a one-man show, which is, it's a little bit different. Hadn't done one before. But there are other characters in the show, but there's sort of a layering effect because I'm playing Thomas Paine, who's then talking about these other characters, and he's playing them, so his take on those characters is also present.
Okay. So, I mean, is doing one-man show, is that more difficult than being on stage with other actors, or did you enjoy it more?
I did enjoy it a lot, but I've learned a lot from it because it is more difficult, or it was more difficult for me because so much of what I have done and most of the work I've done up until this point with other actors, so much of it involves making a relationship with the other character. And with a one-man show, you're making up all the characters. They all have to be in here. So nobody has your back. You're like out there all alone. And if you stumble, you got to pick yourself up and keep going. But I've learned a lot from it, and it's been a really good experience so far.
Yeah, I couldn't remember one person's line, let alone like 6. So, now, what exactly did you have any specific reasons for doing the play?
Well, yeah, I do a lot of work with Iron Age Theater. John Doyle's director. He had commissioned this play to be done, to be written by William Hollenbach, who's a noted Philadelphia playwright. And there's a lot of big ideas in the play, a lot of Paine's ideas that that we wanted to get back out into the world and make people aware of. So that was the biggest reason for doing it.
So, I mean, what were some of the big issues presented in the play?
Okay, well, mostly social and economic justice, the fact that freedom isn't just, a right to own property or, not being a slave, because there are other kinds of slavery. Those are the big ones, and that the fact that there are a lot of freedoms that we don't really have, even though we think of ourselves as the freest country in the world. There are some basic rights that people aren't being given. Some people don't have food. Some people don't have shelter. And these are, things that should be taken care of, that everybody has a right to and should be allowed to have. So it's pretty much, some of the play is trying to influence people into thinking, yeah, these are worthwhile ideas. He's right. Everyone should have health care. Everyone should be able to eat. So those are the main concerns of the play.
Okay, now, I mean, how would you say, because it seems like you know a lot on the subject of Thomas Paine and what came out of the play, so how exactly would you say Thomas Paine, his ideas, or, in general, how was he relevant today?
Okay, well, a lot of his ideas are still being used, though he's not given credit for it. Like in Barack Obama's inaugural address, he quoted Paine. He didn't say it was Paine, though. He said Washington had these words read to the troops before he crossed the Delaware. That was Christmas Eve and the Battle of Trenton. And they were Paine's words. It was The Crisis. It was published right before that. Paine, he wrote Common Sense, which is the pamphlet that really got people behind the independence movement. If he hadn't written it, there might not have been a revolution in America. But as I said before, his ideas that, about healthcare. A lot of people are concerned about healthcare and think that we should all have a right to healthcare. Those who have, he says those who have been dispossessed of the land have been robbed and deserve some recompense. The idea that, some people own land, but really the land belongs to everyone. This idea of equality. And a lot of what Barack Obama is trying to do now with the economic stimulus package, and some of the other policies he's trying to put through, some of them are loosely based or maybe not so loosely based on Thomas Paine's ideas. Agrarian Justice, in particular, is his book on economic justice.
Wow, so he's involved in everything today. A lot of people don't know about it. And
exactly.
Now, I'll say it again. You seem to know a lot of the history of Thomas Paine. I mean, so how historically accurate would you say that this play would be?
I think it's fairly historically accurate, and usually when you're doing a play about a historical figure, there are some things that get changed just for the sake of poetic license. It works better in storytelling. And there are a couple things that have been changed, but all throughout the process of writing the play, there are two Paine scholars, Harvey Kaye and Jack Fruchtman, who have been consulted, and there's a few scholars who had questions about a certain couple things. One, that we say in the play that that Thomas Paine's father was a staymaker, which he was. Stays being whale bones used in the making of corsets. But we also say in the play that he also made the corsets, just because it ties in well with freedom and restriction. But in actuality, he only made the stays. He never made the corsets. So he's just making a component that's going to something else. So that's one historical inaccuracy. And there was another question about just how much, I'm drinking a lot of rum during the show, and a lot of people accused Paine of being a drunk. Now, so that's something we're still working with, because I don't really become intoxicated as the show progresses, but we're still trying to decide what to do with the amount that's being drank. Some of it's just to, get some water down my throat, just because I'm talking for an hour, Yeah. But
okay, so I mean, what do you want people to take away from your performance? I mean, and not just your performance, but you obviously had a lot to do with the helping with Mr. Doyle and the other playwrights. So, what do you want people to take away from this?
Well, the end of the play is sort of like a missioning almost of all these ideas that we're throwing out. And what we're pretty much saying with the play is that everybody has the power to change the world, but it doesn't work if nobody does anything about it. All we have to do is get active, and we can change the world for the better. That's what we hope people will take away from it, And even if they don't, at least those ideas might be floating around the back of their head somewhere, and someday something might strike them.
Now you seem very passionate as an actor. So, I mean, what made you get into acting in the first place?
Harrison Ford. Strange, right? Actually, the Indiana Jones trilogy had a lot of influence on me as a child. And from an early age, I wanted to either be an actor or an archaeologist, because I thought archaeologists were like Indiana Jones. And they are not, which I found out later. Yeah, if it hadn't been for Harrison Ford, I don't know if I would have gotten that interested in it. But ever since then, it's just been a fit for me, and now it's an addiction. So I have to keep doing it, or I go crazy.
See, a lot of people don't even know that your inspiration is actually a local boy. Harrison Ford's from Philly. I just found that out recently too.
I did not know that.
Yes, he is. He is a Philadelphia native. Now, see, I know how you can see, because him in Star Wars.
Right.
Great actor.
Yeah.
Now,
I used to think he was Luke Skywalker. I was like, and then I found out Mark Hamill was, because I was very young. And I was like, no, he's not the main character. Han Solo's the main character. That guy's the main character. But
see, my personal opinion, Chewbacca's the main character, but we're not going to get started on that. So, I mean, what is your experience as an actor?
Well, I've worked in a number of different places. I've worked in a couple different theme parks, Santa's Village up in New Hampshire, where it's Christmas every day, and that gets old. And singing and song and dance stuff at Idlewild Park. I've also done gunfight reenactments in Colorado. And I've done, I moved here maybe 3.5, maybe almost 4 years, I guess. I moved to this side of the state. I'm from Western Pennsylvania. But since I've been out here, I've done several productions with Iron Age Theater. I've also done a couple with Delaware Shakespeare Festival, Montgomery Theater, and the Ritz Theater Company over in New Jersey, and hope to do more. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting around. I've also studied, I studied acting at Seton Hill University, which is in Greensburg, PA. That's where I got my undergrad degree. I auditioned for University of San Diego Old Globe program for their MFA degree, which they're still auditioning, so I haven't heard back yet if I got accepted this year or not. And I've also studied acting at Shakespeare's Globe Theatre over in London. I was just there for a month, but it was, I definitely learned a lot in that month.
That puts probably a lot of perspective on you, because, I mean, if you're an actor, you have to be somewhat inspired by Shakespeare, so I can understand that. Now, I mean, a lot of the things you mentioned seem more like they were on stage instead of film. Do you prefer stage acting to being in movies?
Yeah, at least in this point in my life, I do. I've only done one industrial film. Haven't really ventured into it much more. But it seems to me like I would always keep coming back to the stage. And some of our best film actors are actually stage actors, like Anthony Hopkins, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart. Now, they're all British, but they're all stage actors. And in Britain, stage is here, film is here. Now in America, film is here and stage is here, and all the money's in film. And those guys, they do film so that they can get the money, so that they can continue to do stage performances. Like Patrick Stewart did 2 shows at the Royal Shakespeare Company this year. So did Ian McKellen. And they're some of my heroes, but I don't know. There's something about when you start a show with a live audience and you're rolling along. There are no do-overs like as there are in film, and you're feeding off the energy of the audience, and they're feeding off of your energy, and it's this symbiotic relationship that I don't think happens, can't happen in film. So, and I think I would miss that. There's a certain rush and adrenaline that comes from that.
Now, you talk a lot about the audience. You just performed for the students here, so I mean, did you enjoy your experience with were the Norristown students nice?
Oh yeah, they were nice, and it's some of it is with Citizen Pain. It's like I said, a lot of big ideas, some very dense material, and so it's it's hard to say if everybody can get everything. And my wife, when my wife came to see the show, she said. She's like, I need to come and see it again because I started thinking about one thing and then I completely missed the next thing. And so she did come back and see it, and she said she needs to come back and see it again. And we would love it if people just keep coming back to see it. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I will continue to enjoy any chance I get to perform the play. So
on that, is this going to be your only performance, or is there anything else you have lined up for Citizen Pain?
Yeah, we're actually, there's our next dates coming up that are set in stone are February 24th and 25th. We're going to be at the City Tavern down in Philadelphia, 138 South 2nd Street. And they are running a meal special for us. If you have a ticket, you get buy one, get one entrees on the night of the performance. So they're saying, show's at 8, come down at 6 for dinner. Because, they'd like to make some money off of that crowd too. But it certainly isn't mandatory. But those are the dates we have coming up. We're also going to be doing, we are hoping to tour, so there should be dates at other locations in the future. And we certainly hope that there'll be a lot of them.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview? Because I got a lot from it. And seeing as you seem to know a lot and you show a lot of passion for what you do. So, is there anything you just want to let people know about Citizen Pain, the play?
Well, I think I would leave it with the last two lines of the play. Remember that we have it in our power to begin the world again. You have that power. Use it.
Thank you. Well, I guess that's all. And I wish you the best of luck with everything. And it was
very
a
much.
pleasure meeting you,
It's a
Adam.
pleasure meeting you too.
All right. Well, we're going to go back to Eagle's Eye with Sam and Mariah.
Okay, guys, so we do have a lot of sports going on, and our basketball team, they're doing good, and the girls basketball team, and swimming, and bowling, and all that good stuff, and track. Yeah, woo! So let's go see Gina with Eagle Sports.
Congratulations to the following teams who won Suburban One League American Conference Championships this season: boys bowling, boys basketball, and wrestling. Congratulations to our boys and girls basketball teams for qualifying for the PIAA District 1 tournament. Our first round games will be here in the NHS gym on Friday night. The girls will play Upper Dublin High School at 6:30 p.m., followed by the boys versus Springford High School at 8 p.m. Come out and support our Lady Eagles and Eagles on Friday night. All tickets are $5 and no passes will be accepted. The Norristown boys swim team won their final regular meet of the season on Friday against Archbishop Carroll. This victory marked the 5th win for the boys this season. Starting off the meet with a first place was the 200 medley relay team of Luke Stem, Scott Whiteley, Jeremiah Delaney, and Chet Brassberger. Chet also scored in the 50 free and second in the 100 free. David Grodzik won the 100 fly and finished second in the 200 free. The 200 free relay team of Marcus Stewart, Jeremiah Delaney, Chet Brassberger, and David Grodzik scored first. Luke Stem won diving. Ray Karpinski had an unbelievable finish in the 100 fly to place third. This was an absolutely spectacular season, boys, the best in decades for the boys swim team. Let's get ready for Suburban Chants. The final results of the meet against Carroll for the girls was Norristown 70, Carroll 107. In diving, Kim Detweiler took first with a score of 169.90, followed by Gwen Utz at second place with a score of 169.85. And taken third was Kelly Cooney with a score of 140.45. Caitlin Brenner took second in the 200 free and first in the 400 meter free. Kim Detweiler also swam and placed first in the 200 backstroke event. Rachel Barbish placed second in the 50 free and third in the 100 free, while Amanda Witherell placed third in the 100 fly. The 200 medley relay team with Caitlin, Kim, Rachel, and Tessa Harvey placed second, and the 200 free relay team with Caitlin, Kim, Rachel, and Natasha Brodowski also placed second. The girls end their season on Friday, February 13, 2009, at League Championships at Upper Marion. We are hoping to send several swimmers to the district meet, as well as Kim and Gwen to the district meet in diving. Kim Detweiler of Norristown placed first with a 169. Gwen Utz of Norristown placed second with a 169.85. Kelly Cooney of Norristown placed third with a 140.45. And there were no Carroll divers. Luke Stem placed first with a 192.35. Danny Stauffenberg placed second with a 165.45. Carroll had no divers. Congratulations to the NHS wrestlers Marcus Robin and David Irwin. Marcus was named Athlete of the Week by the Suburban One League and Philadelphia Inquirer. And the Philadelphia Inquirer and David was selected as Times Herald Athlete of the Week. In bowling action yesterday, the NHS bowling team came away with several honors. The boys brought home their first place Suburban One trophy. Congratulations to senior co-captains Mike Holt and Gordon Murphy, sophomores Zach Holt and Chris Schock, and freshman Matt Grayowski. This qualified them to move on to the Eastern Regional Tournament in 2 weeks in Allentown. The girls finished second, which also qualified the team for a trip to the regional tournament. We were the only team in our conference to qualify both the boys and girls team for the regional tournament. Gordon, Mike, Zach, Chris, and Sarah, and Hannah all qualified as individuals for the regional tournament. Junior Sarah Kinsey won 5th place in the scratch division of yesterday's Suburban 1 tournament. Great job, Sarah. Gordon Murphy and Sarah Kinsey were voted Bowlers of the Year by the Suburban 1 coaches. All league selections were also named. First team, Gordon, Mike, Sarah, and Hannah. Second team, Zach. Third team, Chris, Matt, and Catherine O'Connor. Honorable mention, Gina Monastero. The boys are the Suburban 1 American Conference champs for the 3rd time in 5 years. Congrats to both teams for a fantastic season. And now back to Sam and Mariah for the Eagles Eye.
Okay, guys, so next we have an interview with James Ramsey and Tom Smith, who are both on the basketball team, who is doing really good this year. So they're just talking about their season and what's coming next since it's not over yet. So let's go check it out. Woo!
Hi, I'm Jim Gallagher here to talk with Tom Smith and Sheldon Mayer. How you guys doing?
All right,
Jim. About the Norristown basketball season. So guys, generally, how's your guys' season going?
It's going pretty good. It's better now it is. It's better.
Do you guys feel any pressure this year to be as good as last year's basketball team?
Yeah, I feel like we're a little under pressure because last year we made it to state finals, so everyone expects us to go undefeated and make it back. But, you know, every team's out to get us. It's not going to be that easy. People just don't understand.
So what strategies do you guys use, like, as a team mentally to get through the season?
We just come out, practice, play hard, play good team defense, and hopefully that carries out in the game.
Take it one game at a time.
Yeah, one game at a time to get a W and move further into the season.
So during the course of the season, what are some of the more memorable games you guys have had?
Memorable games.
I would have to say the first game when James Ramsey got his first dunk of the season. Yes.
Who was that against?
Moreland?
Upper Moreland.
Upper Moreland. Was it here or was it
out there?
Upper Moreland. Did you guys win that game?
Yes.
So who are like your guys like key players, big stars?
I mean, everyone will look at Norristown and say Khalif going to Temple next year.
I know you guys have role players that do a lot that don't.
You can't just say Khalif the whole team.
Yeah.
Everybody comes out to play. But yeah, everyone will say Khalif.
What are some of the other big athletes you guys have played against this year? Any other big time players?
Dalton Pepper.
Yes.
I believe he's going to West Virginia next year. Eddie D. going to Philly U.
What about that guy from Chester?
Oh yeah, Raleigh Jefferson.
Yeah.
He's going to Temple with Khalif. Play next
But
year.
I bet that was funny for him
Yeah.
playing against his soon-to-be teammate.
Soon-to-be teammate.
So I hear you guys are going to playoffs this year.
Yes.
Ninth seed.
9th seed.
That's good.
It's looking good.
Yeah. What are you guys doing to prepare for playoffs? Anything special, or are you just taking it business as usual?
Same as usual.
Same
Come
as
out to
usual.
practice hard, carry it over in the game. Hopefully get a W and move on.
So do you guys know who you play first round, or does it even matter to you guys? You don't care?
I mean, we all seen the bracket.
Yeah, we seen it.
Bracket, we first game, Springford. We win that game, play the winner at CB East, and I believe it's Riston.
Yeah,
Westchester?
WC. Westchester.
Westchester,
Ruston?
some school. One of them schools. So.
How far do you guys think you'll make it in the playoffs this year?
We have a big obstacle, 2 big obstacles to climb over, but if we stay together, stay focused, and continue on playing Norristown basketball as everyone knows in the community how we know how to play, we can go further.
What are those 2 big obstacles you guys might potentially come up against?
We have Chester, 3rd round, and we have Pennsbury, the 4th round.
What are they seeded?
Chester seeded 1 first, and Pennsbury seeded, I believe, maybe 4th.
4th. Wow. It's 2 tough games. But didn't you guys play both of them this year? And I believe you guys took Pennsbury to overtime.
Yeah.
At Villanova.
Yeah.
So what are some of the the biggest challenges you guys have had to face this season? You guys think you'll have to face later this season?
Depending on each other, I would have to say. Not just depending on Kyle Leaf as a senior and a captain, but being able to go to each and every player that's on our bench, that's on the roster.
So complete teamwork
Yes.
as a team. Okay, what do you guys believe has been your biggest success this season?
Just coming out to play together. Everyone comes out to play together. We play defense together. And we just come up with easy wins. Everyone plays together. Things seem to run a little smooth.
And we play as a family. We always say a family, but we truly show what a family is.
How did it feel to win? Well, I know you guys ended up sharing it with PW, but how did it still feel to win the league?
It was all right. Didn't want to win how you wanted to, but, you know, things don't work out the way you plan all the time.
Yeah, we take it and we're learning from it, and we're going to move on.
Be stronger from it. Is there anything else you guys would like to add about the season? Anything you guys would like to say about it?
You know, season playoffs, we got playoffs coming. Got the girls, they're in the playoffs too, so all I gotta say is come out and give Norristown some support. Hopefully we can go back and do what we did last year.
Win it this time.
Yes,
Yeah,
win it this
definitely.
Win it this time. All right, thank you guys.
No problem.
I'm Jim Gallagher, and now back to Sam and Mariah with the Eagle's Eye.
Okay, guys, that does it for this week's episode of the Eagle's Eye. I'm Mariah.
I'm Sam.
And we hope that you enjoyed what we have for you this week. So come check us out next week, and I'm sure we'll be even better. Bye.
Somebody come get the microphone! Oh my God!
They've put you in the credits of the football banquet
Did you
highlight
really?
tape. Yes.
What was my job?
Audio.
There was no audio.
I feel like I'm shooting Cloverfield.